Well, what I did here, I put a thick line and a thin line to simulate an aileron tab. That seemed to work well. Here I'm combining, and I don't know if you can see it on the video, these are thick rivets and thin rivets, but with equal spacing. Now, I also have that template, that top flight template, and I want to put in some of these little guys that are just really prototypical here. The most important part with using this template is get plenty of tape on the bottom so you raise this up off of the surface, or else the ink leaks underneath it. These are available from John Brodak, by the way. They're made by Top Flight. Scale template. Now again, I'm being on the conservative side. I haven't really finalized what I want to do here yet, but if in doubt, I believe one not enough is better than one too many. I think that's going to work fine for us. Now the big thing is now to go over to the other panel, which is totally blank, and do everything that's on this panel in a flip-flop mirror image. In other words, laying in this spar, I need a 48-inch ruler, laying in all these, and I'm just going to go back measuring each thing, totally flip-flopping it over to the other side so that I have a complete mirror image, and then look at the whole package. And I try to leave the plane in one piece here so I can see, for instance, when I look at the tail, do I have too many lines, not enough relative to the wing? Does it match? There's a lot of considerations here. Again, having these for a reference is so handy, just very, very handy. Okay, now I know this main spar, the line is 6.5 back, so I have this big steel ruler, and now I need to measure, and I want to verify my measurement to make sure I'm not dreaming, because 6.5, and I can lay out this line, 6.5 plus. What I can just do is pick one end of the ruler up at a time. Another way is just lay a piece of tape out, but before I put that line on, because if that line is wrong, that's really the spar line, that's really going to look, jump right out at you. Okay, once I'm sure I have it, then I can just run this tape back down. Now when you're doing a real long line like this, boy, you want to double check and triple check that it's not crooked. 6.5, 6.5. Want to get the start point. Now because I'm going off into the black, can skip over the black part. Again, if you're having trouble with the ink beading up, a little bit of talcum powder. Wash your hands about 7,200 times. And I'm coming out to where this is going to turn white, out into the roundel. Okay, it's going to pick up in black. It goes to the end of the second rib. Now this, I don't know why, this has really got some contamination on it. I've been putting talcum powder on this and have to go back over the white 2 or 3 times here. But if you just keep grinding away at it, you'll get it. And in the worst of all worlds, you need to put a coat of clear on top of it and then go back over it a second time. I made up a little template for this aileron line, even though these aren't scale, just kind of simulates it. Do one little thing else so we can put in there. Again, the technique is the same no matter how you do these. And once you have that technique, boy, the rest is relatively easy. Next thing I want to do is mirror image off the books and try to get as many of the details into the top. Kind of redundant, but maybe a little bit different. I always try to make the top and bottom just a little bit different, so there's some interest in it. Now, the clear dried on this, so now I can touch this without having a problem. I put a coat of clear on the rotary. Look at that rotor shine. After one real coat of clear. Wow. That, believe me, that's unbuffed too. You can see your hand in it. So you can imagine we get the clear on this later. Probably on the next tape. Anyway, gotta lay this out, go to my books, get plenty of ideas what the top of the wing looks like. But the main thing, the defining feature, is that spar line. So that's the first thing I'm gonna lay out, is the big spar line. Now with the bottom half done, and again, this is where I start to get, I really want to make sure this top, there isn't an error. And many times I've measured, checked the measurement, and the third time I check it, it's off by a 1/16 of an inch. And I really want these lines, when they come to the wingtip, to kind of marry up. I've moved this tape about 6 times to make sure I have this line right on the money before we go any further. It's still out just a little bit. Boy, no matter how many times you check it, it never hurts to check it over and over again. This is where it's real handy if you have a helper, if you can arrange. Now say 2 guys have a plane ready to ink. If you bring them both over, and I've done this over at the shop, ink 2 of them in one day, because the 2 or 3 guys, one guy holding rulers and one guy checking things, you can get an awful lot more done than individually. This is one of the errors that I'm prone to make anyway, is I make the lines go too far. If you get a brand new XL blade though, what you'll see you can do, again, if you're looking to just, whoop, as he falls into the camera, believe me, with my eyes, I'm lucky I don't fall over the plane. Okay. See